In the bustling heart of Chicago, during a chilly December afternoon, 8-year-old Mia Thompson stood outside the gleaming windows of Harrington's Toy Emporium, her mittened hands pressed against the cold glass, leaving foggy prints as she stared longingly at the displays inside. Towering shelves were lined with the latest wonders, remote-controlled drones that hovered like magic, elaborate dollhouses furnished with tiny chandeliers, plush animals with electronic hearts that beat and purred, and a massive train set chugging around a miniature cityscape complete with lights and sounds. In the center stood a life-sized robotic puppy, its fur soft and realistic, eyes blinking with LED lights, barking playfully on loop to entice passersby. It was Mia's birthday today, her 8th, but there would be no new toy, no trip inside that magical store. Her mother, Elena, stood beside her, bundled in a threadbare coat that had seen better days. Elena worked 2 jobs, mornings cleaning offices downtown and evenings waitressing at a small diner. Since Mia's father had passed away 2 years ago from sudden illness, leaving behind medical bills that swallowed their savings, life had become a constant juggle of necessities. Rent, utilities, groceries, they came first. Toys were a luxury they couldn't afford. "I know, baby," Elena whispered, kneeling down to Mia's level. Her voice was tired, laced with guilt. "I am sorry. Maybe next year, when things are better." Mia nodded bravely, her dark curls bouncing under her knit hat. "It's okay, Mommy. I understand. We need to fix the heater first." But her lower lip trembled, and she took one last lingering look at the robotic puppy before turning away. Neither noticed the man who had paused on the sidewalk, watching the scene unfold. Alexander Hale was 38, a self-made billionaire in the world of renewable energy. He'd founded Hale Energy Solutions a decade ago, pioneering affordable solar panels that powered homes across the country. Magazines called him a visionary. Boardrooms feared his sharp negotiating skills. He lived in a sprawling penthouse overlooking Lake Michigan, drove electric cars of his own design, and attended galas where donations were made in the millions. Today, he was heading to his company's holiday party, an extravagant affair with ice sculptures, live music, and gifts for employees' children that cost more than most families' monthly income. But as he overheard Mia's quiet words, "I won't have a toy for my birthday," something stirred in him. It wasn't pity exactly, it was recognition. He remembered his own childhood in a cramped apartment after his parents' divorce. Birthdays often passed unmarked, except for the year a kind stranger, a neighbor, had given him a second-hand model airplane. It wasn't much, but it had sparked his dream of building things that could change the world. Alexander watched as mother and daughter walked away, hand in hand, Mia glancing back one final time. Without hesitation, he stepped into the store. The manager recognized him immediately. Alexander Hale was a frequent donor to local charities and a name in the news. "Mr. Hale, what can we help you with today?" "That one," Alexander said, pointing to the robotic puppy in the window display. "The top-of-the-line model. I need it now, fully charged, with all accessories. And wrap it beautifully. It's for a birthday." The manager's eyes widened. "Sir, that's our showcase piece. It's $1,200, and we have only one in stock right now." Alexander slid his black card across the counter. "I'll cover it, and order another for the display. Whatever the rush fee is." 10 minutes later, he emerged carrying a large, ribboned box. He spotted Elena and Mia a block ahead, moving slowly against the wind. "Excuse me," he called, jogging to catch up. "Please wait." Elena turned, instinctively pulling Mia behind her. Strangers in expensive wool coats approaching on the street set off alarms in her mind. Alexander stopped, breathless, holding up the box. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to frighten you. I was at the toy store and overheard about the birthday." "This is for you," he said, looking down at Mia with a gentle smile. "Happy birthday." Mia's eyes grew wide as saucers. Elena started, stunned. We can't accept this. We don't know you. My name is Alexander Hale. It's not charity. Think of it as a gift from someone who knows how special birthdays should be." He knelt to Mia's level. "What's your name?" "Mia," she whispered shyly. "I'm 8 today." 8 is a fantastic age for adventures. This puppy needs a good home. His name is Sparky. He walks, barks, even learns tricks. Elena searched his face for ulterior motives, but found only sincerity. Why would you do this for strangers? Alexander paused, the wind tugging at his coat. Because when I was a kid, someone did something similar for me. It changed how I saw the world. I can't fix everything, but I can make sure one little girl has a birthday to remember. Tears welled in Elena's eyes. Mia looked up hopefully, and Elena nodded. Thank you, truly. Alexander grinned. A toy this special needs a proper unveiling. Do you live nearby? I can drive you. My car's just there. I'd hate for the snow to ruin the wrapping. Hesitant, but trusting the warmth in his eyes, Elena agreed. Soon, they were in Alexander's luxurious SUV. Mia buckled safely in the back, clutching the box with wonder. He drove carefully through the slushy streets, chatting lightly about Mia's school and favorite colors. Their apartment was in a modest building on the south side, small but warm and tidy. Posters of animals covered the walls, Mia's drawings, books from the library stacked on a shelf, a tiny Christmas tree with handmade ornaments. Alexander helped carry the box upstairs, setting it on the coffee table while Elena brewed tea. They unwrapped Sparky together. The robotic puppy came to life with a joyful bark, tail wagging furiously. Mia squealed, hugging it tightly as it nuzzled her hand. He's perfect. Thank you, Mr. Hale. Alexander laughed, showing her how to program tricks. They played for hours, Mia commanding Sparky to fetch, roll over, even dance. Elena watched, her exhaustion lifting for the first time in months. As evening fell, Alexander excused himself briefly to make a call. When he returned, they shared a simple dinner of macaroni and hot chocolate. Stories flowed. Mia talked about wanting to be a veterinarian, Elena about her dreams before hardship struck. When it was time to leave, Alexander shook Elena's hand. This has been the best part of my day. Thank you for letting me share it. You've given her magic, Elena said, voice breaking. She'll never forget this. Neither will I, he replied honestly. In his car, Alexander sat for a moment, thinking. Then he called his assistant. Sarah, I need discreet help with something personal. The next day, Elena got a call from her landlord. Rent paid for 2 years, anonymously, plus upgrades to the building's heating system. A week later, a job offer arrived from Hale Energy Solutions. Administrative role, good salary, flexible hours, full benefits. We reviewed your resume, it said, though she'd never applied. Months passed. A community fund appeared for families in need, covering medical bills and school supplies. Mia benefited directly. Elena thrived at her new job, eventually moving to supervisor. Mia excelled in school, her confidence blooming with Sparky always by her side. Alexander monitored quietly, ensuring anonymity. He didn't want thanks, he wanted impact. Years rolled on. Mia, now 18, graduated high school top of her class, accepted to veterinary college on a full scholarship from an anonymous donor. She volunteered at animal shelters, paying forward the kindness she'd received. One spring day, as she left the shelter, a familiar car pulled up. Alexander stepped out, grayer now but smiling. Mia, do you remember me? The toy man, she exclaimed, hugging him. Mr. Hale, I've searched for you everywhere to say thank you. I stayed hidden. It wasn't for gratitude, but it changed everything. The job for Mom, the funds, the scholarship. It was you. He nodded. You both deserved a fair shot. Mia teared up. That toy. It wasn't just a puppy. It was hope. You saw us when no one else did. Alexander's eyes misted. You taught me that real power isn't in boardrooms. It's in moments like that afternoon. Over coffee with Elena, now a close friend, they reminisced. Mia's college years flew by. She became a vet, opening a low-cost clinic for underserved communities. At her clinic's grand opening, Alexander attended incognito at first, then revealed. In her speech, Mia said, one stranger saw a little girl's sadness outside a toy store and chose kindness. That ripple saved my family and inspired me to help others. True wealth is in the lives we lift. Alexander whispered to Elena, she saved me, too. Reminded me why we build empires. A simple forgotten toy had sparked a chain of compassion. proving that one act of seeing and caring could transform destinies. In a world of excess, the greatest gift was attention paid to those in need and the courage to act on it.